Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. Thank you for checking out this video. If you are a WWE fan, you enjoy WWE content, this is the channel for you. Like this video, subscribe to this channel because we post every single week. We talk about Raw, Smackdown, sometimes NXT, but always definitely PLEs, and I like to throw in some email videos in there. You send in your emails, I will record them on this channel. I will answer your emails, whether it's questions, comments, you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, we do that here on Wicked Bitter. So if you like wrestling content, subscribe to this channel, like this video. Let's get into what happened on Smackdown. I thought it was a pretty good Smackdown overall, my friends. Let's get into what happened, okay? I have to look at my phone a couple of times here because I did write a lot of notes because some of these promos had some good stuff in there, and I don't really want to miss out some things. But I wanted to post more videos this past week, but it's been a very stressful week. It's been a very stressful couple of weeks. The ones that know about my outside stuff here, like the course that I'm taking, the coding course, it's been dragging me down. I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty brutal. Still kind of up in the air. I don't really know what my future holds there. Hopefully, I'll find out here in a couple of days or a few days. But as of right now, it's a toss-up. So I appreciate everybody who wished me luck, all the good positive thoughts and words, the encouraging words, people who reached out, even through DMs on Instagram. I really do appreciate that. That was really cool of you. But, I'll let you know how that goes when it comes up. But let's get started. SmackDown, that's what we're here for. Let's do this. So Solo starts off the show. He gets in the ring, he cuts a promo. I'm going to have to look at my phone here a little bit. He said he created a bigger and stronger family, a bigger and stronger bloodline, and that Roman and Jimmy can't do anything about it. So right out of the gate, he's already talking about what he's done for the bloodline. His bloodline's better. Jimmy and Roman are pretty much useless. They can't do anything to stop him, kind of thing. And the beatdowns will continue unless Roman Reigns comes out there, and he's going to give him by the end of the night to come out there and acknowledge Solo as the tribal chief. So that's how the show starts tonight. What was interesting caught me off guard. Jey Uso shows up. The crowd goes crazy, and I'm like, damn, so we're doing this already. We're already bringing Jey into this thing. And like we talked about, it's like the draft doesn't matter around this time of the year. Like around Survivor Series, it's like everybody jumps from show to show, and it's like there's no rule anymore. So I did see something on social media that WWE is going to be doing it where they allow like the wild card rule where people can show up on different brands. They always try. They move the goalposts just to fit what they're trying to do. They do it all the time. Regardless, Jey Uso's on SmackDown. I thought that was kind of crazy. He said, "Hey, Jimmy and Roman are not here yet, but I wanted to come in here. I wanted to talk to you. You're still my brother. I still care for you." He's like, but think about what you're doing. Think about what you're doing to the family. Think about what you're doing to the bloodline. Think about what you're doing to yourself here. If he wants to end Roman Reigns' power, then do it. Just don't divide the family. So that's basically pretty much the way that went. Thought that was pretty interesting. Solo says, you better stop calling me little brother. I'm your tribal chief. So I thought that was cool. One thing I did like was that Jay said, when we had the bloodline, why did you have to bring in Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and why did you have to bring in Jacob Fatu? Because when Jay was in the bloodline, when they were in the bloodline a while ago, they made sure they didn't bring these guys in. And then he looked at Jacob Fatu and he said, and if you keep staring at me, I'm going to knock your ass out. And I was like, damn, give me money. Give me that match. That is money. I want to see that match. Jey Uso versus Jacob Fatu. Sign me up. Before Jay goes, though, he tells Solo that the next time he sees him, it's going to be different. Things are going to be different. So take that however we want to take that. I'm assuming we're not going to see Jay and Solo face-to-face for a little bit. And then the next time we do, it's going to be because Jay is saving the family, saving Jimmy, saving Roman, whatever it may be. I like that they're not rushing all of this. Don't rush it. We don't need to. We still got some weeks here before, Thanksgiving Survivor Series. That happens in another month and a week or something, month and 2 weeks or whatever it is. So we don't have to rush this. Let's take our time with this. Pretty cool here. We have a triple threat tag team match. This is that tag team title tournament, and it was a pretty cool moment at the end there. This is a great match, by the way. Triple threat tag team match. At the end of the match, Montez Ford goes to pin one of the Pretty Deadly tag team members. I can't remember if it's Kit Wilson or Elton Prince, but he pins the wrong one. He pins the one that's illegal in the match. And at the same time, Gargano pins the one that is legal in the match. So referee counts to 3. And DIY end up getting the win because of that error on the Street Profits part. They ended up pinning the wrong guy. So Gargano and Ciampa get the win. They will move on to the next week's, tag team, finals or semifinals, whatever it's going to be. But they advance in the tournament for next week's tag team match. We get an interesting little thing here backstage. Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso have arrived to the arena. They get out of the car. They're cool with one another. They start to walk, and they run into Jey Uso. And at first, I found it strange because Jey Uso kind of looked like he was smiling at Jimmy after he kind of just like rejected him and shut him down on Raw. But I don't know if they just changed the way this is going to go. But he looks at Jimmy, kind of like smiles a little bit. But when he looks at Roman, he gets really serious. He kind of scoffs. He kind of starts to walk away, but Roman grabs Jay's arm. Jay comes back. Roman says, "I'm proud of you. We're all proud of you." And Jay takes a couple of seconds, and he looks at Roman, and he says, "No yeet," and he walks away. And Roman looks pretty, bummed out about it, but hey, he's a tribal chief. It's time to move on. If he's not going to be on board with me, I'm not going to be on board with him. He tells Jimmy, "I told you." And he said, "Come on, let's go." And Jimmy looks upset. He's like, "Damn, that sucks. They came face to face. Just it didn't work out the way he wanted it to." We get another backstage segment. It's Nia Jax in the office of Nick Aldis. She's on the phone with Tiffany Stratton. They're supposed to have a tag team match. Tiffany's supposed to be Nia Jax's partner, but apparently Tiffany is sick. So Nia Jax is on the phone, not too happy that Tiffany is not there tonight because Tiffany's sick and that the match has got to get canceled. But Aldis says, no, the match will still go on. You just got to find a different partner. And right on cue, it's funny how these things work. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell come walking in, and Nick Aldis pretty much makes Candice LeRae Nia Jax's tag team partner tonight against Bayley and Naomi. And Nia Jax had some words for Candice. She tells her she better hold up her end of the bargain or she's going to end her. And it's not even going to take her 3 minutes. And I was like, is that a callback? Did we get a 3-minute warning callback here? Because that's part of like Nia's family. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if that was intentional or not. But to me, I kind of popped. It was like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme you see or the gif where he's just like, oh, he's pointing at the TV. That's kind of like what I did when she said 3 minutes. I was like, is she calling out 3-minute warning here? That would have been pretty cool. We get Piper Niven versus Lash Legend. I love that Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, and I was right. I screwed up on her name last video. I was like, is it Jackson? I couldn't remember Jakara's last name. It's weird that I remember the Jakara, but not the Jackson part, but it is Jakara Jackson. But she's out there with Lash Legend. I love the fact that these two women here from Metaphor and NXT are showing up on SmackDown and the main roster like consecutive weeks now, and I love that. But Lash Legend goes one-on-one with Piper, and my God, did Lash Legend show out in this match. Man, she lifted up Piper a couple of times. It got a big pop out of the crowd each time. I thought it was cool. Lash Legend ends up winning this match, and then Lash and Jakara look into the crowd. Bianca and Jade are in there, with their titles. I'm not going to lie. As these weeks go by, Jade and Bianca are looking more and more like heels to me. It's coming. I feel like that turn is coming, and I feel like they're going to bring Naomi in with her. I just see it happening. And I could see that being like the War Games match. We'll get into that a little later, but I could fully see Jade and Bianca turning heel and bringing Naomi in with them for them all three to be heel. They just seem, Jade and Bianca just have that like attitude lately with them, just by the way they're dressed and the way they're acting. It's not like the happy-go-lucky, smiley baby faces. They're showing a lot of signs of like a heel turn here, and I want to see it happen because I do want to see Bianca and Jade as heels. I think they'll be even better as heels. I'm not gonna spend too much time on the Cody promo. It's kind of a standard, basic kind of thing to me. He gets out there talking. He does his normal thing. He hits his normal lines. He does a good job trying to build it up to make it seem like it is a personal big achievement thing for him to win this Crown Jewel championship. He brings his daughter into it, talking about how when she grows up, he wants her to see that he was the first ever crown jewel champion, and his name's forever going to be attached to that title. And, her name's going to be attached to it. And then he invites Gunther to come over next week to Smackdown so they can go face-to-face. It was kind of a standard basic thing. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. It was good. It wasn't the best. But I'm just somebody who's not really excited for the whole Crown Jewel Championships. I don't really care for them. I think they're kind of lame. They look okay. I think they kind of went overboard with it just so that can make up for the fact that people might not like this. But I don't know. It's kind of like it's a one-off every year, and I'm just not crazy about it. But that's pretty much the Cody promo. Kevin Owens is in his car cutting a promo, looks like on a phone. Talks about how unfair it is that he's been told to stay home, not show up to SmackDown when there's people all over the place in WWE, whether it's behind the scenes, backstage, or in the ring. They're just tearing through everybody, running interference, going nuts. I mean, you had Braun and Bronson Reed tearing down every building they went into, but they were allowed to come to work, but Kevin Owens can't just because he attacked Cody instead in front of his stupid bus, is what he said. So he found that a little unfair. And then he starts to question whether he's actually being valued here at WWE in this company. Now, this could possibly be a little bit of a reality thing because I saw that Kevin Owens' contract is coming up, which I could have sworn he just signed an extension not too long ago. But apparently, if he did, that contract's already coming to an end. So I heard rumors. I read some rumors that Kevin Owens' contract is coming up. I don't know. I don't think he's signed yet, re-signed. So maybe they're kind of using a little bit of reality into this as a way for him to get out. If it comes down to it, he could always run the angle if he doesn't re-sign that, this company doesn't care about him. He quits on TV, whatever it may be. And then that's actually his contract expiring and he leaves. I hope that's not the case. I want Kevin Owens here forever. It's crazy that it's already been 10 years or more than that since he's been here. It's flown by. I remember when he first walked into NXT. But I hope he resigns. I hope WWE does something. And to be honest, that's Triple H's guy, so I can't see Triple H letting him go. But, it talks about that, and then he gets upset that Randy Orton has been siding with Cody Rhodes. So, interesting here. I think they are going to get a match, whether the contract's re-signed or not. I feel like it's going to be at Crown Jewel, although we don't know yet, because after that promo was done, we cut to Aldis in his office. Randy Orton comes in there. Randy Orton's angry, says he wants Kevin Owens, and he wants him at Crown Jewel. And Nick Aldis says he can't do it. Randy starts to get mad, and Aldis tries to tell him, hey, look, this is not my decision. I literally cannot do this. And that's because that order of Kevin Owens not being allowed to be here is coming from up top. And Orton looks at Aldis and he says, you know what, fine. I guess I know who I got to go talk to up there then. You talking about The Rock? You talking about Triple H? I want to know where they're going to go with this. Because if Randy Orton is going to go talk to who he needs to go talk to, is that Triple H or is that The Rock or someone else? Because if they're doing that, they got to do that on TV. We get another triple threat tag team match. Motor City Machine Guns are here. They signed their contract to WWE. They have an awesome song, an awesome entrance. I've always liked these guys back in TNA. Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. These guys are great. They have a long history. They go back with AJ Styles. They go back with Nick Aldis. They know Cody. I mean, this is cool that WWE is bringing in this veteran tag team, which I think the tag team division on WWE needs a little bit of shaking up. I love that the War Raiders are back. And now we got Motor City Machine Guns, so I think that's awesome. They end up winning this triple threat tag team match against Berto and Angel and Theory and Waller. So pretty cool. Their first night here, their debut, they win it, and now they will advance to next week to go against DIY. So that match next week between those two teams is going to slap. We get the tag team match here. Nia Jax teaming up with Candice LeRae versus Bayley and Naomi. Good match, but what shocked me and I think everybody else, Candice LeRae pins Bayley clean, just like out of nowhere. What was that all about? That was crazy. I was not expecting that. I think it caught everybody off guard. But Candice LeRae pins Bayley 1, 2, 3. I mean, there was a little bit of interference before that. Indy throwing Bayley into the turnbuckle post or whatever. But crazy. Candice LeRae gets the win. I was not expecting that. And they get the win. Things seemed a little rushed here, like they had to go to commercial or something or whatever was next because they didn't spend too much time on it. But Nia Jax looked like she couldn't believe it herself. So I don't know if this is leading to something. I don't know if we're going to do a side thing here with Bayley and Candice, or if Candice and Indy are going to join Nia somehow. I don't know what they're going to do here, but it left me wondering what's next, which is a good thing. I like that. I like to feel like it wasn't just a throwaway. Maybe something will come from this. Quick little thing I got to mention, LA Knight, it was announced he will be the special guest referee for Carmelo versus Andrade next week in the Game 7 match they're going to have. Next week's Smackdown is being built to be pretty stacked here. And I can't wait to see what they do. They're going to be in Brooklyn. They always show out when they're in New York. So I think it's going to be a great show next week. Pretty cool that LA Knight's going to be a ref. All right, I might need to look at my phone again because I took a lot of notes for this. But we end the show here. Roman Reigns comes out and he says to the crowd, hey, he names the city. I think it's Columbia, South Carolina. He tells them, hey, maybe for the last time, acknowledge me. And then Solo comes out and I got to look at my phone because I'm forgetting now. But, Solo comes out. He comes out in ring gear, and I was like, is he going to fight? Are we doing a late, 2-minute match coming up here? I didn't understand why he did that, but Solo comes out. He's in his gear. Roman says that he doesn't see that anything is better off now, which I thought was cool because Roman did a callback saying, hey, I heard what you said earlier. You said you built a better and bigger bloodline, a bigger and better family. And he says, I don't see that at all. I see it's the opposite of that. I feel like we're more divided and what's the other word he used? And broken, and that he wants to fix this. And he was told by his father, he told his father that he was going to fix this. And then he asks Solo, what can I do? What can I do to fix this? And Solo basically tells him, all you have to do to fix all of this is to just acknowledge me. And then Roman Reigns takes a few seconds. The crowd's booing. They don't want to see this. And I'm thinking, who's coming out? Who's going to stop this? And Roman Reigns says, I acknowledge you. Then Solo quickly says, no, that's not good enough. No. I want you to acknowledge me as your tribal chief, or else. And Roman Reigns takes a few seconds, looks like he's about to do it, and then he yells at him, or else what? And Solo says, see, there it is. I knew that you were there. You are never going to change. And because you're never going to change, I'm never going to change. And he snaps his fingers, and then the camera cuts to the stage, and the Tongans and Jacob Fatu are dragging a beaten down Jimmy out to the stage, and then Roman starts fighting Solo in the ring. The Tongans come in there, Jacob come in there. Roman starts to fight them all off, and then Roman goes to put the Ulafala on, and as he does that, he catches a low blow, and then the Tongans, Jacob Fatu, and Solo Sikoa, the Bloodline, they beat up on Roman. They deliver, or Solo delivers a spike. He talks trash. They're standing tall to end the show, and that's basically how SmackDown ends. A lot of people chanting for Jay, and I understand why. But look, let's not rush into this. Jay didn't have to be there right now because when Jay finally does come back, the pop's going to be even bigger. And honestly, I don't think Jay wants to save Roman. If Jay gets involved, I think it's because he wants to help his brother, Jimmy. I don't think he wants to help Roman. I think he's just going to be there because Jimmy. Like he's going to tell Roman at one point, I'm not here for you. I'm here for Jimmy. And they're going to have to all work together. And then we're going to see where it goes from there. I think that's what we're ultimately leading to. I was expecting, is Paul going to come out, Paul Heyman, or is Jay going to come out? And I was like, it's better that they don't. Let this happen. Let the Bloodline get the numbers. Let them outmatch Roman. They got to look bigger, right? We spent so much time saying that Solo doesn't look like he's on the same level as Roman. But here we go. This is ways to help it. Let him beat up on Roman. I know it's outnumbered. The crowd's booing. They hate it. That's perfect. They get the crowd to hate Solo even more, get the heat even more, so that when the time comes for Roman and Jay and Jimmy to all team up again, the crowd is absolutely hot for it. So perfectly done. I loved it. But that's SmackDown. So I appreciate all of you for watching this video. Please like the video if you haven't already, because when you do that, it helps reach other people who are not subscribed to this channel and some other people who don't even know about this channel. Honestly, that's how much liking the videos help. So if you like the video, that would really help me out. I'd appreciate it. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please comment, because I love the comments. I love to answer back to you guys. I love to talk to you all. We've built a cool community here where we have this back and forth flow of conversation, and I absolutely love that. So please keep that coming. Have a good rest of your weekend, my friends. We will be out with more videos. things are kind of rough right now for me, but fully expect this channel to get bigger and better once I can get this whole course thing in my rear view and I start focusing even more on this channel, which I cannot wait to do, to be honest with you. I want to make an email video, so if you would like to send in some emails, wickedbittermedia@gmail.com, send them in. I'll make a video and I will read them on the next video. But until then, my friends, until we yeet again, have a great weekend, and as always, stay bitter.